So as you can see, this is new. This is just this morning. Looks like somebody's been drinking out of a cup, threw it away. That's new.
Oh, hell no!
The locals just don't care. And this isn't like village-wide. This is country-wide, which is kind of a disappointment. I'm not really sure why this is still happening today, because like I said, if you watch a Khon Kaen, I've said this before.
I've said before in a previous video that when I'm not in the mood to do something, or when the spirit doesn't hit me, that I just don't do it because I want to put my all into it. But I realize that that's kind of anathema to the way that I think and operate, because you're never in the mood to do certain things that you still have to do. If you're waiting for that perfect moment to make a big or significant change in your life, I mean, I'm sounding a little bit like some kind of a kumbaya guru here. It will never happen, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and make this video, even though I will admit, I am not in the mood for it.
So it looks like, well, it looks like this house has been abandoned because the yard is so just in shambles. I'm gonna make it my responsibility now to make sure that the house looks like it is presentable at all times, because relying on the vision of a person who is clearly dealing with some issues probably isn't the best thing to do. At any rate, I can alleviate some of the stress of being the person who has to take that upon herself. But yeah, this isn't good.
For my friend Foe Deoja out there, who's always supporting everything that I do, I just want to say anathema, apropos of nothing, and troglodyte. If you know, you know. Now that I've alienated the rest of the internet with my inside joke, I want to discuss my mental state. I do this from time to time. I find it sometimes cathartic when I say things out loud, and at other times just therapeutic. I suffer from depression, and this is manifested in the way that I sometimes carry myself, the way I dress, and obviously in my surroundings. This isn't tenable. It's not healthy. I realize it, and I'm trying to address it. The area that you're looking at here and the snapshots that you're looking at here, well, they could be better, right? And I'm now working on that. If you're planning to move to Thailand, whether it be as far south as, say, Phuket or Krabi, or hell, all the way down to Yala, or if you're planning to live in the Bangkok area, which is probably the majority of people planning to come here, or if you want to live way up north, like in Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, or the Northeast, where I happen to be, it doesn't really matter. You're going to have to deal with a lot of vegetation and rampant growth during the rainy season and during parts of the summer season as well. And this causes things like yard work to be, well, pretty intense. I don't have cows and buffalo that can munch on the grass like my neighbors do. I gotta do it myself. This causes things like, I don't know, just trimming the area around the house to be kind of difficult just because of how fast the grass grows. And as I said before, I feel blessed that we've got so many mangoes to grow in the yard. I mean, I never have to go out and buy mangoes right now. The problem is they fall faster than we can keep up with them. We've got mangoes littered throughout the yard, and on a daily basis I'm taking them, and if they're usable, I use them. If they're not, then we just put them underneath the tree. But there's just so many. And again, I'm not going to complain about this. I'm just saying that I feel as if I've failed in my mission. So this is going to be quite a challenge because we are not done yet. There are so many more mangoes ripening on the trees. I've been giving them away as fast as I can and eating the rest of it. I love me some mangoes, but like I said, it's coming from 5 large trees. Now, while surveying the yard, I also noticed that we've got more sugar apple trees than I thought. I originally thought we had 2. We've actually got 5. 2 regular sugar apple trees and then 3 custard sugar apple trees. Like durian, the sugar apple is really unique. Unlike durian, it's not pungent and doesn't have anything that's kind of off-putting to people. It's very sweet. It can be described as, I don't know, mixing ice cream and cotton candy and pineapple and bananas with a little hint of strawberry. It's very strange. The sugar apple is sweeter than the custard sugar apple. The custard sugar apple has a creamier texture to it. If you like really, really sweet, intense, then that's going to be the sugar apple. If you want to tone it down a bit, that's the custard sugar apple. One of the ways that I deal with the blues is to get moving, just get my body moving any which way that I can. One of the really, I guess, productive ways of doing it is going out on the streets in the village and just picking up garbage and sweeping the streets, making it look nice. The neighbors, I guess they're neighbors, I don't really know where they live, but people who drive by will often say, really nice things to me. They'll either speak Thai, or if they can spot me as a foreigner, they'll say, very good, very good, very good. They really like it. Unfortunately, why they keep contributing to the trash that's everywhere, I will never know. I mean, I think you should take pride in your community, and it's kind of depressing seeing it look so, I don't know, disheveled. If I were to leave it alone for a while, I went to the States a little bit earlier this year for 2 weeks, and when I came back, I filled 2 garbage bags just on this strip of street alone. An old man came by in, I don't know what these vehicles are called. I call them tuk-tuks. I really don't know what they are. But he came by and spoke Thai to me, and he was asking to look through my garbage bag. I don't know what he was looking for, but I didn't have anything that he wanted, and he just drove off. But I'm just going to keep on trucking and making sure that the place looks nice. Now, to be honest, in the area that's north of my mother's house and the smaller street, not really the main street, it's kind of like one of these tiny little soys or whatnot, I have been neglecting that. I shouldn't use the word neglect. I still upkeep it. I still go out there and cut the grass. I still go out there and pick the trash up. I just don't do it on a weekly basis because it takes a lot to do that. The vegetation, I said, grows like mad. So I've been doing it about once every 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes each month. And that's pretty much all that I'm going to invest in it, because I will pick the garbage up. I will do it without being angry or expecting people to do it either. It's just frustrating when I look at it the next day and somebody has just discarded trash thinking that the side of the road is a garbage can. So the frustrations are it's enough for me to not have to do it every single week, because I'm just I'm exhausted trying to do it. It's something that I'm going to continue to do, just not at the same pace, because it doesn't seem to be making a difference. So I've found myself in a position where I'm doing a lot of the cooking around here, and that's okay because I actually enjoy cooking. It's also a way for me to just get my mind off of things. When you're cooking, you have to concentrate, obviously. Made some Penang, really, really good Penang. Probably the best Penang I've ever made, to tell you the truth. I was so proud of it that I snapped shots of it. I've also made bitter melon, obviously, from a previous video. I've also done a lot of stir-fried cabbage. I do a really good stir-fried cabbage that I learned to make years ago, but it's similar to cooking pak bung, which is stir-fried morning glory or watercress. Really good stuff. For the first time ever, I tried a cucumber salad, and that turned out really good. I used an internet recipe for that and just kind of tweaked it a little bit, made it more Thai, but it was really, really good. So I'm keeping myself busy from the lulls by cooking and just getting my mind off of things. There aren't any deeper issues that I need to look into. I don't need therapy to try to figure out all the things that are going on in my life. This is a physical response. It's something that happens to me all the time and has since I was a teenager. And the only way that I've ever been able to make any difference other than cognitive behavioral therapy is to get out there and get moving. Thankfully, the weather in Thailand allows you to do that almost all year. It just so happens that we're in a heat wave right now, and it's just not fun doing it out in the sun. I'm sunburned and I wore sunscreen the other day, so wow, you know. Sorry if this was a bit rambling or if there were awkward pauses and a lot of repetitions or whatnot. I didn't do a script, obviously, this time. I really couldn't bring myself to do a script. I said, well, it's now or never. I'm not in the mood to do it. I've got to force myself to do it, and this was pretty much the only way that I was going to. I promise I'll just keep working at it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, thank you, everybody. Oh, and if anybody's interested, Moby Gratis has been relaunched. The techno star Moby, who kind of came from the New York underground scene and just, you know, he became really huge in the late 90s. Well, he's launched a website called Moby Gratis, and he's kind of relaunched it with 500 additional tracks. These are songs that you can use for your site, completely free, and you can remix and do anything you want to the songs. Thank you, Moby.